Welcome to EUPrivacyForAll, Session 60 on GDPR, Article 84, Penalties. Article 84 on penalties lays down that Member States shall lay down the rules on other penalties applicable to infringements of the GDPR, in particular for infringements which are not subject to administrative fines. Such penalties shall be effective, proportionate, and dissuasive. Each Member State has the obligation to notify to the Commission those provisions of its law which it adopts pursuant to the first paragraph. Recital 148 lays down that penalties and administrative fines have to be imposed for any infringement of the GDPR, and in addition to or instead of appropriate measures imposed by the supervisory authorities. The imposition of penalties, including administrative fines, should be subject to adequate procedural safeguards, including effective judicial protection and due process. Recital 152 also raises the point that where the regulation does not harmonize administrative penalties, or where necessary in other cases, for instance, whenever there are serious infringements of the GDPR, Member States should implement a system which provides for effective, proportionate, and dissuasive penalties. The nature of those penalties, criminal or administrative, should be determined by Member State law. The Directive 95/46, in Article 24 on Sanctions, lays down that Member States shall adopt suitable measures to ensure the full implementation of the provisions of the Directive, and in particular shall lay down the sanctions to be imposed in case of infringement. What should accountable data controllers and processors get prepared for? Penalties applicable to infringements of the GDPR will be framed by national provisions laid down by Member States. For infringements which are not subject to administrative fines, Member States will have to define penalties that shall be effective, proportionate, and dissuasive. The nature of such penalties, whether administrative or criminal, will be defined by national law. EU Commission will be notified the set of laws and amendments with regards to penalties. The imposition of penalties is subject to adequate procedural safeguards, including effective judicial protection and due process. So the question remaining now is, will the set of penalties determined at national level be setting an EU level playing field with regards to sanctions?